Oh, alright, let me sort this out. There we go. What is good, people? And yes, it is an elephant behind me. And yes, this is 13 feet tall. So it is actually one of the most biggest elephants you will see in history. Oh God. So yeah, this is actually one of the most tallest and biggest animals you will see in history. 13 feet tall, which is absolutely bonkers when you think about how elephants are and how tall they are. It's crazy to think that this is the world's tallest in actual height. Mental. When you think about it, it's actually mental. So yeah, I mean, it's just crazy how tall and how big these guys are. But to know that there is the most gigantic elephant in world's history is insane. Oh, I mean, I could not imagine. Not much, my guy. Not much. I mean, it's hot, but it's not too bad. But this behind me, I posted a video, is the world's tallest elephant in record. Like, this weighed at a whopping 26,000 pounds, but it is about 13 feet tall. This is the world's largest elephant in all of its glory, in all of its, you know, just wow. Like, you're never gonna see a bigger elephant than a 13-foot tall, elephant. So it's got to show you that nature can surprise you in all of the. Oh, it would, mate. I could not clean an elephant's poo that big. Like, you would need to have like a crane or like, no, a digger to actually, dig it up and then scoop it away. But this is a 13-foot tall elephant weighing at 26,000 pounds. What's up, man? So if you like that fact and you like the fact that you're seeing and this is on record for the world's tallest elephant, and you like the fact that I just told you that it weighs 26,000 pounds and it's wow. Just wow. Oh man, you always have to leave, bro. In it. No worries, Callum, bro. But yes, everybody, that is the world's largest elephant. And there is something I want to touch light on. So for and for everybody that sees this post that is being going global on the biggest global stage of stuff, I just want to say that northern white rhinos are not extinct. They're really, really not. They are actually critically endangered. And the last ever sighting of a northern white rhino was actually in 2006. There are two female northern white rhinos in, a safari park that they might actually end up breeding if they find another northern white rhino. But seeing a post like this being, going around and circulating, saying that they are that they're extinct, they're no longer around, is absolutely fabricated and absolute rubbish. You know, and the fact that a good couple of thousands and thousands of people believe that a northern white rhino is extinct, like, behave yourselves. And I forgot to put on this, so I'm gonna put it on right now. So yeah, a northern white rhino is just not extinct. So whenever you're seeing a northern white rhino being told that it's extinct, it's not even a true thing. It's not. Okay? So when you're seeing a northern white rhino being extinct, it's not true. And it will never be true, because you cannot just get rid of them as fast like that. There are breeding programs for, critically endangered animals, but to say that a northern white rhino is already long gone is just, it's not even a true thing. And I think it's sad. I do think it's sad that most people are believing that story and are believing that northern white rhinos are becoming extinct and that they are extinct and everything else. So true fabrication and absolute garbage should not be taken into consideration of, northern white rhinos, they're extinct, you got to feel bad for them, you got to feel, like this is the last time you'll ever see a post of these guys. No. Like I say, the last ever recorded record of seeing a northern white rhino was in 2006. That was the last time they saw them in the wild. But they are critically endangered, not extinct. What's good, bro? What's good, Froggy? So yeah, if you see anything like this going around about northern white rhinos being extinct, it's just not true. It's just not true. And it is a bunch of bull. So if you believe that northern white rhinos are extinct, then you believe what you're reading. You're believing in what social media is telling you, because that's what social media does. It brainwashes people to believe that, these guys are, critically endangered, are extinct, and that they have just vanished. Not true. They're critically endangered, but it's not true that these guys are extinct. Far from it. Because next minute they'll say, oh, all bears are now critically endangered, or, whatnot. Or that, that meerkats are now extinct when they're not. You know what I mean? I'm good, Froggy. How are you doing? How are you doing, bro? So yeah, it's just to address the situation of seeing this post go viral and people believe the fabrication of northern white rhinos being extinct is just no. I mean, it's a very sad post. It's a very sad post that people believe it is. So as I say, if you believe that this rhino is extinct, check your facts before you start believing in fabrication stories and false information. Because it's like I said before, and I'll say it again, most accounts that highlight animals or talk about education or whatnot or conservation, and they bring something like this up and it's not true, then the whole page is fabricated lies, and it's to basically for shock value. Man, I feel you. The heat is too much. So yeah, if you want real information and you genuinely want real life facts on real actual scientific facts on nature, then subscribe to my channel, because boy and girl, you would literally learn so much from this channel, because we give you actual facts versus what you see on social media. Yo, you don't know. What's good, bro? So, for the people that just joined, I've been talking about northern white rhinos, how this post and posts just like this have been talking so much about how northern white rhinos are extinct. They're not. They never have been. They've been critically endangered, but it's just funny to me that most of the people around the world have been believing that these guys that you see are genuinely extinct, and that there is no more northern white rhinos. But as I'm here to tell you that these guys are critically endangered, the last sighting was recorded in 2006. That was the last ever recording of seeing northern white rhinos in the wild. And there are genuinely 2 northern white female rhinos in a zoo that hopefully they're going to breed, because they are critically endangered. But don't believe what you see on social media, because a lot of it is, where's your vape at? Always here, bro. So, we don't want people to believe half of the crap they hear. So if you genuinely want real facts and actual documentations of real facts, then subscribe to my channel, because we tell the truth. Blue Rose Lemonade Lab. That's what you gotta say. So don't let this post upset you. It's meant to make a point that actually what you see on Instagram, what you see on Twitter, TikTok, whatever platform that you see this bullshit on, don't believe it, because this shit is genuinely making people sad. It's making people believe a story that isn't true. Hey Peyton, how you doing? So I have seen this being floated around all over. Thank you so much. You don't know. You're a legend, an absolute legend. Shout out to all my moderators that have come through as well. So big love to all the mods. You're all doing an amazing job. But yeah, like I say, report this post, report the source that you find it from, because it's actually fabricated stories. And I do have a video coming out to talk about the northern white rhinos in this scenario. Exactly, and when I saw this post, it made me actually laugh, just how small-minded a lot of people are in terms of believing that northern white rhinos are extinct. So this is not true. To say that it's extinct, nah. That's where you're being caught out. And thank you, Peyton, for saying that, because we do tell the truth. We tell the truth. We tell the facts. We give it 110%. So, if you don't believe the facts that you get fed, let me give you a fact right now. That, pandas' droppings, which is poo, can be turned into paper, which is weird but true. And that elephants also cannot jump. Peyton has said it first here, guys. Big up Peyton, big up You Don't Know, big up Justin, big up every moderator that I got so far. So big up to all you lovely people. That's what we're talking about. So yeah, don't believe this post. If you see it on social media, just report it, because it is actually irrelevant. And I think if this species of rhino was to actually be extinct, we would be the first to know. In fact, a lot of people would be the first to know if this article was actually ever true. But because it's not true and it's based on lies and propaganda, it doesn't actually show the true facts of nature in its entirety. Henry for president. I love that you want to put me as president always. You don't know. But yeah, that's where I stand, and I will be making a video to shock value you guys into actually understanding why I say this post is absolute bullshit, and you will see the genuine facts versus this post. And I do have the actual article which is behind me, and the actual database on northern white rhinos. So therefore, no one can say any different. And if anyone wants to challenge that, Henry, the ruler of the kingdom, yes sir. When it comes to nature, you know it. I appreciate you, Peyton. You're really showing a good light as well, darling. I love that. Thank you so much. But yeah, so we got a video coming out on talking about this. So hopefully, when people, I want to stop this lie. You know that you see. I really want to stop this lie from being told, because I think it's just a disgusting piece of news that people believe in this. So if I can stop this lie and nip it in the bud, then great. But if people still believe in this story, then they need the Reds testing, because this is just not true. It will never be true. So I'm glad this got brought to my attention, because when I saw it, I was like, nah, it's not true. And I actually did look at the comment section on some of the comments. Wow. A lot of people genuinely believe that. And there are people that go to Africa on a safari and they have seen rhinos. Guarantee you they have seen northern white rhinos, and they still believe this bullshit. I mean, how stupid do you have to be? That's like me saying all sharks are no longer a thing, and that they've all been swept out, and that they have no purpose because, you know, they're not even a real animal. Well, I'm sorry, that's just a lie if I was to say that. So, you know, by me lying, people are going to believe that. But by telling the truth, it hurts, but the truth is always going to be the truth. So when I say that northern white rhinos are critically endangered, that doesn't mean they're extinct. It just means that they are closer to being extinct, yes. But there's still a slim fighting chance for these beautiful specimens. But, you know, the really sad part about rhinos and in general, it's like with elephants as well. You can put elephants in the same category when it comes to what poachers love to do. Exactly. So when you think about poachers, and when you think about, you know, how rhinos get their horns cut off, or how, you know, the elephants get their tusks, cut open, it's because the Chinese believe in traditional medicine that is meant to help heal certain illnesses. But it's been scientifically proven that what the Chinese believe in terms of this, you know, medication from the rhino horns or tiger bones or anything like that, it's not true. It's fabricated. It's propaganda. It's not a real thing. And these poor creatures suffer because of propaganda and false, misleading information about medication, or, you know, that it's meant to cure certain things. There's no such thing as, you know, rhino horns curing cancer or any of this sort of shit that the Chinese believe. Like, I love the Chinese people, but it's not a true thing. Grinding, you know, animal bones or tusks is not going to save your life, and you just have to accept that that is propaganda. It's not real. Exactly. But it's not just the fact that they use and it's not just the fact that they use the bones and the horns and all that for medication, but it's also ivy, you know, for money. Like they sell elephant tusks for money as well, which is disgusting. and people don't understand how dangerous that is for the animal, because they can't just grow it back, even though people think they can. Which, yes, okay, if you were to cut it the right way, then yeah, it would grow back, but it's not going to grow back if you're going right to the danger zone, and then they're left for dead, because all of the bacteria, all of the virus that is going in is just not helping. But people believe propaganda that is falsely educated to people, and this is why, when it comes to social media, when it comes to the rumors, you know the fake information that you receive like this, it just shows how incredibly gullible people are to believe that this is a genuine thing, that this is happening, this is what's a reality. The reality is, if we do not stop poaching and using, rhino horns to sell, to put in medication, and all this other bollocks, we would have a good chance to see these guys in the wild without any issues. And their numbers would flourish quite well. But people believe what they want to believe on social media because that is what they're fed to do. Humans are fed to believe in what they're being told on social media. If you don't do your facts, your background checks on the facts, then you're living a lie. You know what I mean? So this is the first lie that you guys are being told by social media. That is it. That is it. It's all this post about northern white rhinos being extinct is just a lie. It is. So if you, like I say, if you believe that, then you live your life on social media believing everything that people tell you and believe. You got to do your background check on the facts before you start even commenting, before you start even putting your opinion. Because end of the day, if you don't listen to the facts and you don't actually educate yourself on the facts, on what is true and what isn't, then I'm sorry, you're going to always believe that northern white rhinos are extinct, that they don't exist, that they once upon a time did but didn't. Because it's bullshit. They're critically endangered, but they are not extinct. So do not believe everything you read. Don't believe everything that you see. Because a lot of the time it is fabrication, it is a myth, it is not a true thing. And this is to do with nature. So I'm educating you people on the truth about northern white rhinos and the actual side of it, because this post is actually egging on a lot of nasty things, that people generally don't understand. And I just think it's a very sad but honest truth. But if you subscribe to my channel, you will hear the truth about weird but true facts about nature. So when we talk about the truth and not lies, right? If you talk about truth and not lies, I will give you the truths on what is actually facts. Okay? So when you think about cockroaches, if you were to try and drown a cockroach, they would survive underneath the water for 15 minutes. That's a fact. That's not a myth. And you can Google that. You guys can Google that to fact check that. And I promise you, it's a fact. Just like this is a fact. That if you were to remove a head of a cockroach, they can live up to a week without no head. Again, you can fact check that. And you can also fact check this, that some hummingbirds can weigh no less than a penny. You can fact check that as well. So whatever facts you want to check in terms of what I'm telling you, do. Because I promise you, I will never misguide the facts. Just like I would never misguide that flamingos are the only birds that eat upside down. And another interesting true fact that is actually accurate is, there are more plastic flamingos in America than there are real ones. Which is weird, but it's a very true fact. Just like polar bears, people think that polar bears are white. They're not. Their fur is transparent, so it only goes back. So it only goes back to black. So the actual fur is black. It's not white. It's actually black. Just like you can fact check this, that axolotls are basically the only salamanders that have the ability to regrow limbs and damaged, parts of their body. So if they lose a leg, they can regrow it back. If they lose their heart, they can regrow it. If they lose part of their brain, they can regrow it. If they lose their tail, they can regrow it. And these guys are absolutely phenomenal. You can find them in freshwaters in Mexico. They come in black and they come in pink. So you guys can literally fact check all of that I'm saying right now, and I promise you 1000%, it'll all come back as true. All of it. Every last word for word. Just like how, bats have thumbs. Just like how, male seahorses give birth. Just like, some fish can change from females to males. And you can also fact check this while you're all at it, that there was actually a pet goldfish in England that lived to be 43 years old. So this is how you know that I'm telling the facts. And not only that, if you were to shave a tiger's fur, the stripes wouldn't go away. It would stay on their skin because they're born with the stripes. And not only that, tigers are partly webbed. They have partly webbed feet. So tigers have partly webbed feet. And not only that, if you were to look at the Lion King's roar is not actually a lion's roar. It's actually a tiger's roar mixed with trash cans to make the effect of the lion's roar. Fact check it, I promise you. And it's because I want people to really understand the very, very difference between fake news that you see behind versus the truth on the facts I've said. So, you'll know if I'm telling the truth. You'll know if I'm bullshitting. You'll know because it would just be pointless. It would be very pointless for me to lie. And it's funny because when you think about how people think that mosquitoes bite people, they can't bite. They can only suck. So they have very thin needles that they use to basically prod in you so then they can suck your blood. And it's only the females that carry the bacteria on the mosquito, So all these are it is genuinely knowledge, genuine facts, genuine everything, and you will never get fabrication from me. In it, like and subscribe. Hello to the UK. Hello to New Zealand. You don't know. Hell yeah. Whoop, whoop. Can I get a hell yeah? So yeah, people, that's how it is. That is how it is. I can't be any more true than that. I can't. It's just how it goes. So, like I say, if you want to fact check anything that I said about, pandas droppings being turned into paper and knowing that this is propaganda and fake news, then go ahead. Because it's like I say. Taz, I'm not giving you my phone number if it was the last thing on my mind. You don't know. Got it. My guy. You Don't Know has done that so well. I'm so proud of you. But yeah, as I say, propaganda like this is what's going to make people brainwashed and believe in the propaganda. But when you hear animal facts like flamingos, are the only birds that eat upside down, it's a true fact. Lies. This background is a lie. Don't believe it. What you should believe is that, flamingos are the only birds that eat upside down. Again, northern white rhinos being extinct, bollocks. What's true is some hummingbirds weigh no less than a penny. This is a lie behind me. What's true is, some fish can change the females to males. Northern white rhinos being extinct, lies. What is true, there are more plastic flamingos in America than there are real ones. Again, this behind me is a bunch of bullshit. Whereas tigers have partly webbed feet is true. This behind me is bullshit. But a jaguar's bite force is 1,500 per square inch, which is 10 times stronger than a human bite force. So, you see where I'm going, guys? You see where I'm saying what is true, what's not? Genuinely crazy, isn't it? Genuinely crazy how much people misconcept the truth from fake. So which animal facts did you actually enjoy from listening to that? What animal fact did you enjoy the most, guys? Let me know. What was the most interesting fact out of all of the facts I just gave right now? Other than what is behind, because this is a lie. We're talking about truths. Don't be shy, people. Don't be shy. What was all of your favorite animal facts so far that I have just dropped to prove a valid point on what is true and what is a myth? Let me know. What was your favorite animal fact in all of that information and everything else? Anyone? Anyone? No? Crazy. But we all know that you guys are animal lovers. We all know that you love to enjoy nature in its entirety. So like I say, we drop videos that are based on facts. So if you love nature and you really want to vibe, because I'm not gonna lie, for anyone that wants to see a full live stream where I go in depth all the way till midnight on the 29th, I will be going live, and it will be until 8 a.m. all the way till midnight. All the way till midnight. So you guys are going to get the biggest live stream where we talk about animal facts, where I give you weird but true facts, to all the way to, Q&A, to upcoming videos, and a little sneak peek of some projects that I'm working on in between that, So you guys will be getting a whole bunch of different animal facts, Q&A, animal quiz, the whole 9 yards through the whole of the 29th. So the 29th is going to be the biggest live stream. It will be hosted all the way through. Well, yes, sloths have penises. You don't know. How do you think they make babies, mate? Although I will tell you this for nothing. When it comes to sloths mating season, that's when they're more faster to mate, but they still look very slow when they're trying to race to get a female pregnant. It's actually really hilarious seeing sloths race just so they can, produce babies. It's the most hilarious thing you'll see. I've never looked at a sloth's penis, mate. I can't lie. Maybe Google that and you might find your answer. So yeah, like I say, Q&A, quiz, everything about animals. If you love nature and you really thrive with that, mate, Google it. You might be scarred, you might not be scarred. I don't know. It is what it is. Yeah. So yeah. So if you want to see that shit, go and subscribe. Go and show some big love, for my channel, because I will be doing a big stream from morning till midnight. So if you want to tune into that, make sure you put that, make sure you set your notifications up for the 29th. I will be live, and it will be going through the whole morning, where we will talk absolute everything and everything. Thank you. You don't know. And it's nothing but passion and pure love, and I'm putting a lot of energy into this live stream on the 29th. So I put a lot of energy into everything that I do, but I love what I do. So like I say, if you want to be educated on all your favorite animals, so the animals that will be dropping on the 29th on the live stream will be sloths, bears, ocean life, sea snakes, all different types of reptiles, all sorts of mammals, birds, the whole 9 yards. Even from weird but true facts about nature, also quizzes about nature, Q&As, upcoming videos, the whole 9 yards. It will all be popping off, and it will all be basically around nature, and it will give you guys a good chance to understand what your favorite animal is, what they love doing, and also I will give you guys some really interesting in-depth, animal behavior. So if you want to learn a little bit about animal behavior and certain things about animal behavior, this channel is for you as well. Well, it is, because it's zoo related, bro. So this is like a nice cozy thing, So yeah, we will be doing everything from animal behavior to whatever, everything. It'll be popping off big time. We'll make sure that we eat and drink in between, but I really want to make sure that live stream is as engaging and as interesting and as mind-blowing as possible. And it will take a lot of energy, and it will probably make me tired by the end of it, but I will be so happy to have done it, because it shows the commitment, the skill, and the authentic side of it. And you guys will then get the biggest sneak preview of all the animals coming up, and everything else in between. So we are not going to rest until everything is out in the open, and you guys can also get to know me a little bit by doing a Q&A while, we're doing all of these sort of stuff. So, make sure you're looking out for different stuff like that, because it is very important, and I think it's the most funnest thing you'll ever see, hands down. And if you don't want to subscribe to my channel, then that's your loss, guys. Your loss. Not mine, but yours. Payton, are you still here, or have you gone? Because I think Payton's gone bye-byes. Ugh. We lost. Come on, guys, sub if you want to watch this and want to be a part of this, because it's going to be the biggest thing you'll ever see. I promise you, you do not want to miss this. I promise you, you don't want to miss the 29th. Because it's only going to break you guys. It's not going to break me, no. And also, make sure you check out a lot of my recent videos and show some love for the channel. All that sort of good stuff. Because it's, you know, it's very important that we have people supporting the channel and understanding that when you see this sort of stuff, it's absolute bullshit. This in the background is bullshit. It's misleading information. And that is why I'm telling you, if you want to know actual facts and you want to learn about actual facts, come join the Nature channel where you will learn some amazing things. So go and check out my recent videos and everything else. In it, bro. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So yeah, I'm gonna head off as well. But if you want to be a part of the channel and you want to listen to animal facts, go and watch my recent videos. Go and listen to some animal facts. Go and show some big love and big support. It does mean the world to me because all of you guys are legends, and I appreciate everyone that comes out to support my channel. Because if it wasn't for you guys, I don't think I'd be able to blossom as much as I have. So it's all thanks to you guys for being an amazing bunch of people for supporting. In it, bro. I'm off as well, but yeah, it's gonna be bangers after bangers after bangers after bangers. So what are you all waiting for? Get subscribing. Get into the motion of supporting somebody that is passionate about nature, that loves talking about nature and loves correcting, you know, misleading information like you see in the background. I've already said it that, you know, northern white rhinos are not extinct. They're critically endangered. That is two different things. So people that are seeing this post floating around, it's not a true thing. It's actually very, very different from what you see. Very different. And to tell you how much I know that what you're seeing behind me is a lie, and that this story that you see behind me is absolutely bullshit. The last ever recording of seeing a northern white rhino was actually in 2006, and that was the last time they saw a northern white rhino. There are only 2 females that are in a safari park, and they possibly will eventually breed if they can find a northern white male. But to hear proper bullshit like this, that they're critically endangered, that they're extinct, is just a lie. Yeah, if you don't want to see no content, come to You Don't Know. Because he's good at producing no content. Right. I will see you all later. I'm gonna get going. So see you all tomorrow at some point. I hope you all have an amazing night, and yeah, stay humble, stay blessed, stay great, stay awesome, and tune in tomorrow for animal content and stuff like that. So yeah, guys, see you all later.